everyone and welcome to LearnXtra. In today's video, we are going to discuss about how to make multiple drop-down lists in Excel. But we will learn step by step how to make multiple drop-down lists in Excel. So in today, we are going to take example of mobile phones of different companies and their different models, like Samsung and their different models, and LG, Oppo, Vivos and so on, and their different models.
Here, as you can see, that we have mobile phones of 4 different categories like Samsung, Apple, Oppo and LG, and we have also different models of these 4 mobiles respectively, as you can see in the video also. So I have a drop down list of mobiles, that is Samsung, Apple, Oppo and LG, and a dependent drop down list of models of these mobiles. As if I select LG in my mobile drop down list, then in my model drop down list I will see the mobiles of only LG. I will see the different models of only LG mobile. And if I select Samsung, then in the model drop down list I will see only the different models of Samsung only. So this is how in this video we are going to create multiple drop down list in Excel. So now let's get started and learn how to make this multiple drop down list in Excel. And in this video we are going to discuss about 2 ways of creating multiple drop down list in Excel. Now let's get started and move on to our first drop down list. So before beginning our video, let us first understand offset and match function. So simply type equal to offset and in reference select Samsung, that is I7 cell, and in row select 1, because in offset function rows and columns starts from 0, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. So in row column you need to select 1 and again comma. Now in column, so the Samsung is in column 0 because it is the first column we need in our data. So it will be 0 because offset function takes every column and row from 0. And now press enter. So here as you can see that I got my answer, that is Galaxy Note 8. Now let's move on to match function. Simply type equal to match and then in lookup value select LG, that is B8 cell, and then freeze it with F4 key, and in lookup array select I7 to L7, that is the mobile names of all categories, and then type 0 for exact value and then press enter. So here as you can see that I got 4 as my answer because match function starts with 1, 2, 3 and 4. That is why I got 4 as my answer, but according to offset function my answer would be 3. So now as I changed my mobile, that is Apple, I got my answer as 2 because Apple is in column 2. Now let's start our video. So here we have 4 brands of mobiles, that is Samsung, Apple, LG and Oppo, and we also have their different models, and we will create a drop down list of mobiles, that is Samsung, Apple, LG and Oppo, and with the help of this drop down list we will create a multiple dependent drop down list. That is, with the help of mobile drop down list we will create a dependent drop down list of models. That is, if I select Samsung mobile, then I will get only the models of Samsung, and if I select LG, then at the same time I will get only the models of LG. So now put the cursor in B6 cell. and after that go to data and then click on data validation, and from here select list, and in source select all the four mobiles, that is Samsung, Apple, Oppo and LG, and then simply press OK. So here as you can see that our drop down list is ready. I can select only any mobile from this drop down list. And now let's make a drop down list for our models. So simply put the cursor in model and type offset. We will combine offset and match function to make our drop down list. So now in reference select Samsung, that is in I6 cell, and in row type 1 because for offset our row starts from 0 and 0 is Samsung, so we need models which is starting from row number 1, so that is why I type 1. And for column we will use match function, so simply type match and then open bracket and then select Samsung, which is our lookup value, and in lookup array select I5 to L5, that is in that row I need to find Samsung, and type 0 for exact match. And if I need to get the answer of this match function, I will get 1, that is my column of offset function. So now close the bracket and type -1 because offset function always starts from 0, that is 0 row and 0 column, and according to match function I got my answer as 1, and 1 would be the Apple column, that is J column, but I need I column, that is why I typed -1 after my match formula. And in height simply type 1 because we would have different heights according to our models, that is in Samsung we have more models, and in Apple we have less, and in Oppo we have less, and in LG also we have less than Samsung. So simply type height, so simply type 1 in height and 1 in width. So now if I select any mobile I will get the models of that particular mobile, but I will get only the models in row 1, that is Galaxy Note 8, iPhone 11 Pro, Reno 2F and V330 Plus. But I need all the models, so for this I need to make some changes in my formula. So here if I change my height from 1 to 15, because I have maximum number of models in Samsung mobile, that is 15, so I want to change my height to 15 because in all the 3 other brands I have less models as comparison to Samsung. So let's type 15 here. So now if I change my mobile, I will get the models according to the mobiles. Now let's copy this formula with the help of Ctrl+C and then put the cursor in model cell, that is C6 cell, and then go to data and then data validation, and from here select list, and in source simply paste the formula with the help of Ctrl plus V key. And then press OK. So here as you can see that my drop down list is ready. I got all the models of Samsung mobile, and if I change my mobile, that is Apple, then in my model drop down list I will see all the models of Apple only. But there is some space also at the end because we have less models of Apple as compared to Samsung. So that is why I got some extra space here, blank space you can say. And if I select Oppo, so here I got all the models of Oppo mobile, but at the same time here also I have some extra space at the end. Now again select LG. So here I got all the models of LG, but here also I have some extra space at the end, some blank space at the end, and I need to remove this space from all the brands or all the models. So for removing this space, let us do something else. Let us make some changes in our formula. So now let's use count A formula, which will provide the number of cells which are not empty. Simply type equal to count A and then open bracket, and then select all the models of Samsung mobile. So here I got my answer as 15 because there is no blank cell in the Samsung models. So now again type count A formula and then select all the models of Apple till the end. So here I got my answer as 10 because I have only 10 cells in which I have written the models and rest 5 are empty. Now again type count A formula for Oppo. So here I got my answer as 9 because all the rest cells, that is 6 cells, are empty. And for LG again do the same process. I got my answer as 13 because here 2 cells are empty. So now let us use a single formula for all these 3 formulas, that is offset, match and count A. Simply type equal to count A and then open bracket, and then type offset function, then open bracket, and in reference do the same process as we did previously. In reference select Samsung and then freeze it with the help of F4 key, and in rows select 1, and for column we will use match formula, and in lookup value select LG, and then lookup value means that which value we want to find from a particular array. So here freeze B with F4 key, and your lookup array would be your row of all the mobiles, that is the row where you have written all your mobile names. and then simply freeze it with F4 key and then comma and then type 0 for exact match. Here we have freezed only the B column and we didn't freeze 6 because if we copy and paste our formula to B7, B8, B9, then we would have different answers. That is, if I select Oppo in B7, then I need a different model of Oppo. That is, in B6 cell I have the model of LG, but in B7 I need model of some other mobile. So that is why we used to freeze B column, but we didn't freeze 6 row. Then type -1 as previously, and in height type 15 because we have total number of models, which is 15. So I got my answer as 13 according to LG mobile, because in match function I used LG. So that is why I got 13 answers, because I have only 13 models of LG mobile. So now if I change my mobile, that is Samsung, I got my answer as 15 because I have 15 models of Samsung mobile. And now again, if I change my mobile, that is Apple, I got my answer as 10 because I have only 10 models of Apple mobile. So this is how you can use count A, offset and match formula to get your height. That is to get how many models you have. So simply copy and paste this formula and put your cursor in model cell, that is in C6 cell, and then go to data and then data validation, and here in your formula simply remove 15 which we typed for our height, and in place of 15 simply copy and paste your formula of count A. And don't forget to remove that equal to sign from your formula and then press OK. So here as you can see that my dependent drop down list is ready to use. So here in Apple I didn't got any extra space at the end because of using count A formula. And now if I change my mobile, that is LG. Now again let's check it out. So in LG also I don't have any extra space at the end. So this is how you can use offset, match and count A formula to make your multiple dependent drop down lists. And I hope this formula would be helpful for you. You just need to practice it once and then you can do it very easily. Now let's move on to our second way of making a multiple dependent drop down list. So here as you can see that I have mobiles of 4 different brands, that is Samsung, Apple, Oppo and LG. Now go to formulas and then click on create from selection and then tick on top row. Now go to name manager. As you can see that I got my heading as mobiles for all these 4 mobiles, that is Samsung, Apple, Oppo and LG. Now simply close it. So here if I select all my 4 mobiles, I got as mobile written over here, as you can see in the video also. So this is the heading, you can say, of all these 4 mobiles. So now let us create a heading for our models of different brands of mobiles. Now simply select your table and then go to create from selection and then click on top row. It means that you want your top row as your heading. So now if I select all my mobiles of Samsung, then I got Samsung written over here, which indicates that these are the models of Samsung mobile. So here in name manager also I can see the 4 different mobiles and their different models. So now simply put the cursor in mobile cell, that is in C11 cell. And now go to data and then data validation, and from here select list, and in source simply press F3 key, and then from here select mobiles and then press OK, and from here also press OK. So here as you can see that your drop down list is ready of all the mobiles. You didn't need to select the mobiles because of the name manager we have used previously. Now again go to data validation and then select list, and in source simply type equal to indirect, then open bracket and then select C11 cell, and then freeze it with the help of F4 key and then press OK. So here as you can see that my drop down list is ready for models, but there is one disadvantage of this formula. Here we have extra space at the end for our Apple, Oppo and LG brand. That is, here I selected Oppo, I have some extra space at the end, but in previous formula we used count A formula to remove that space, but here we can't use any formula to remove this. But both the formulas work very well, and both the formulas are helpful, and hope this formula will help you